Have you ever heard people say that apple cider vinegar is good for your health? In recent years, apple cider vinegar, often called ACV, has become very popular in health discussions. Some people drink it mixed with water in the morning, others add it to salads, and some use it as part of their daily routine. But many people are still wondering the same question: what actually happens if you take apple cider vinegar every day? Today, let's take a calm and realistic look at what apple cider vinegar is, why it became so popular, and how people usually include it in their diet. First, let's start with the basics. Apple cider vinegar is made from fermented apples. The sugars in apples are first turned into alcohol, and then bacteria convert that alcohol into acetic acid, which is the main compound that gives vinegar its sour taste. This acetic acid is also the reason vinegar has been used in food and traditional diets for centuries. Unlike regular white vinegar, apple cider vinegar comes from apples, which is why it often contains small amounts of compounds originally found in apples. That is one reason why it became widely discussed in health and nutrition communities. One topic that often comes up in research is blood sugar response after meals. Some studies have suggested that vinegar consumed with a meal may help slow the rise of blood sugar after eating. This does not mean vinegar is a treatment for blood sugar issues, but it is one reason why people became interested in apple cider vinegar as part of a balanced diet. Another reason apple cider vinegar gets attention is related to digestion. For a long time, vinegar has been used in many cuisines around the world to enhance flavor and help balance rich foods. Adding a small amount of vinegar to meals can make food taste lighter and more refreshing. That is one reason why vinegar-based dressings and sauces are common in many cultures. Apple cider vinegar is also often mentioned in discussions about gut health. Because it is a fermented food, some people see it as one of the many fermented ingredients that can be included in a varied diet. Fermented foods such as yogurt, kimchi, miso, and vinegar have long traditions in different cultures. Another reason people talk about apple cider vinegar is weight management. You may have seen claims online suggesting that apple cider vinegar can help with weight loss. While some small studies have explored this idea, it is important to understand that apple cider vinegar alone does not cause weight loss. Healthy weight management still depends on overall diet, activity, and lifestyle. However, some people choose to include apple cider vinegar in their daily habits as part of a structured eating routine. Another interesting detail about apple cider vinegar is something called the mother. If you have ever looked at a bottle of raw apple cider vinegar, you might have noticed a cloudy substance floating inside. This is often labeled as with the mother. The mother is a natural result of the fermentation process and contains strands of proteins, enzymes, and beneficial bacteria created during fermentation. Some people prefer apple cider vinegar that contains this natural sediment, although both filtered and unfiltered versions are commonly used. Now, one important question remains: how should you actually take apple cider vinegar? Drinking vinegar straight is generally not recommended because of its strong acidity. Instead, most people dilute it in water. A common approach is to mix 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar with a glass of water. This makes the drink much gentler while still allowing people to include it in their routine. Some people drink it before meals, others after meals, and some simply add it to food like salad dressing. The key idea is moderation. Apple cider vinegar should not be seen as a miracle solution, but rather as one small element that can be included in a balanced lifestyle. In the end, apple cider vinegar is simply a fermented food made from apples. Its long history in cooking and food traditions is one reason it continues to attract attention today. What really matters most is maintaining a balanced diet, healthy habits, and consistency over time. Apple cider vinegar can be one small addition to that routine. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing to the channel and giving the video a like. We will continue sharing simple health and nutrition insights using everyday foods.